This thing opens with a big promise. Viofo says A329 is the first dual-channel rig pushing true 4K at 60 frames up front with 2K out back, both on Sony Starvis 2 sensors, with Wi-Fi 6 for faster clips and optional external SSD support up to multiple terabytes. That is a spec sheet built to one-up everyone. Front sensor is the 8-megapixel IMX678, and rear is the 5-megapixel IMX675. HDR processing is on, GPS is built in, there is micro HDMI out. And power is via capacitor, not battery, which is the safer choice in hot cars. The product page also calls out faster USB 3.0 direct transfers and claims a 1-minute 4K file can copy in under 10 seconds under ideal conditions. Price on site has been hovering in the mid-300s during sales, which lands it squarely in premium territory. The hook is simple. You are buying plate-readable footage at day and night with download speeds that do not make you hate life. So is it real or just brochure bravado? Let's sanity check the business behind the box. Viofo presents as a long-running dashcam brand with public-facing support and phone numbers and a U.S. mailing suite in Denver, which looks like a forwarding mailbox rather than a storefront. That is not shady by itself, but it is not a showroom either. So do not expect walk-in service. The storefront runs on Shopify, which aligns with the My Shopify hints in site code and explains the smooth checkout. Warranty is 18 months extended to 24 with registration, which is solid for this category. The return window on the global site is short at 3 days from delivery unless the seller is local, which many buyers will miss, and that is the biggest policy gotcha. Customer feedback trends show two clear patterns. People praise the image quality, and that tech support actually replies and ships parts when needed. The consistent negatives are slow cross-border shipping when buying direct and friction on returns because of that tiny window. If you are the kind of buyer who wants a hassle-free return label, you should factor that in. Now, the reality check on performance and design. The 4K 60 front plus 2K rear claim lines up with the silicon, and the sample footage circulating from early adopters shows sharp detail and plate capture that punches above typical 4K 30 cams. Starvis 2 sensors are the real deal for night scenes, and the HDR tuning reduces headlight bloom without flattening everything into gray mush. Wi-Fi 6 does make pulling clips less painful, and HDMI out is a rare bonus if you ever need direct monitor output. The body style is classic Viofo wedge, so it tucks behind the mirror and runs cool, and the capacitor design means better heat tolerance. Parking modes work when properly hardwired, but draw and cable routing still demand a clean install. There is learning curve in the app and settings, and you will need a high-endurance card or the optional SSD kit if you're recording a lot at 4K 60. Nothing here screams gimmick. It is a competent imaging stack with pro-leaning options that typical drivers can still set up. Price versus value lands well if you actually need what it does. Mid-300s for 4K 60 plus 2K rear and GPS is fair against top competitors. Add the CPL filters and hardwire kit, and you are still under the price of next-gen cloud cameras that want monthly fees. The big comparison point is install complexity and support. If you buy direct, you get the best bundle pricing but slower shipping and a strict return clock. If you buy from an authorized local retailer, you usually get 30-day returns and quicker swaps at a higher sticker. That is the trade. Red flags are limited to policy friction and the forwarding style office address. There are no obvious rebrand shenanigans, and the components are exactly what a serious dashcam would use. Verdict is legit with pro-grade specs and some buyer experience caveats. If you want maximum clarity and speed without subscriptions, then this is worth the hype. If you are allergic to strict return windows, then comparison shop and buy from a reputable retailer that gives you 30 days and local support.